Dear Lady Love TV.
Ruined Fairy Tale with Mr. Billionaire. Tunghayan na po natin ang ikasampung bahagi. Cassie. Ay, he struggled to find the words but they eluded him. Cassie, please. Ay, ngumiti ito. Pero hindi niya maibalik iyon. Her smile felt too much like goodbye. Like she was telling him that it was really over and there was nothing he could do to stop it. That no matter what he said or did, it would no longer matter. That all his chances were gone. Smashed and trashed. It left him cold. Cassie, Raph, si Mama Helen yon. Pumasok ito sa loob ng kusina at wala siyang magawa kundi ikuyom ang mga palad at lumayo sa dalaga. The loss of contact with her body left him feeling empty. Pwede mo bang ihatid muna si Annie pa uwi? Malakas ang ulan. Hindi niya dala yung kotse niya. Nakita niyang nanigas ang balikat ni Cassie nang marinig ang pangalan ng dati niyang nobya. Hindi rin ata maganda ang pakiramdam. Ihatid mo muna. Raph, narinig niya ang boses ni Annie at ang pagpasok nito sa kusina. Mariin niyang kinuyaw ang palad at punersa ang sarili na iiwas ang tingin kay Cassie. Maputla ang ex-girlfriend niya at pagod ang mga mata. The sight of her pale face stirred the familiar pain in his gut. Ang makita ito ay may naalala siyang laging nagdadala ng matinding hapdi sa kanyang dibdib. Are you okay? Di naman ito ang noon nito at gaya ng hinala niya ay may lagnat ito. Sigurado siyang kanina pa ito may sakit. Ganoon ang kababata. Nagpapanggap ito okay kahit masama ang pakiramdam nito. It was a habit she picked up due to her abusive family. Lalo itong sinaktan ng mga ito noon kapag hindi ito nagtatrabaho sa tuwing masama ang pakiramdam. Naramdaman niya ang matinding guilt sa dibdib. I'm sorry, I didn't notice earlier. Have you taken any medicine yet? Yes, pwede bang ihatid mo muna ako? Nahihilo lang ako. He swallowed and looked back at Cassie. Nakatalikod pa rin ito at inabala ang sarili sa paghuhugas ng kung ano sa lababo. Ay, ano ka ba Cassie? Huwag mong hugasan yan. Ako na, saway ni Mama Helen pero umiling ang dalaga. Okay lang po, don't worry. Hindi po ako makakabasag ulit. Hindi naman ito. Ang dahilan, ikaw talaga? Hoy, pili ang kinurot nito ang nakatatandang babae sa pisngi. Bahagyang tumawa ang dalaga. Her laughter made his heart clench tightly. Gusto niya itong lapitan at iharap sa kanya. He just wanted to walk to her and talk to her. He just wanted to. Raph, tawag muli ni Annie at mariin siyang napapikit. Pagkatapos ay narinig niya nagsalita si Cassie. Mama Helen, pupunta muna po ako sa kwarto ko. Sige, magpahinga ka muna. Pasensya na at magulo ngayon ha. Sige po, pasensya na rin po. Nagmulat siya at nakitang dumiretso ang dalaga sa kabilang pinto ng kitchen. He watched her walk away. Raph, si Jay iyon. Sandali siyang pumikit bago ito binalingan. Pinwersa niya ang sariling magbukhang kalmado. Yes? Ihahatid mo si Annie? Sasabay na rin kami. Unahin na nating ihatid si Annie. Tapos huli mo na kaming ibaba. We need some male bonding time. Ngiti nito. Hindi nakalagpas sa kanya ang pagbagsak ng mukha ni Annie. Alam niyang gusto niya itong makausap ng sarilinan. Nagiging makasarili siya, pero nagpapasalamat siya at makakasama sila ni Jay. Lumingon siya sa direksyon, ngunit saan nagtungo si Cassie? Ang imahe ng malungkot nitong ngiti ay parang nakakapasong larawan na nakaukit sa kanyang isipan. Pinilit niya ang sariling burahin iyon. Napatingin muli siya kay Annie. Ang sakit sa mga mata nito ay tila isang paalala ng mga bagay na dapat niyang pinapahalagahan. It forced him to remember why he agreed to this 2-week trial with Cassie. It forced him to remember why he even agreed to this engagement in the first place. Kumuyong palad siya. Tama si Cassie. Kailangan na nilang tapusin ang 2 linggong ito. Kailangan na niyang tapusin ang kabaliwang ito. Kailangan na niyang bumalik sa totoong buhay niya. At hindi kasama roon si Cassie. A sharp pain erupted in his chest but he ignored it. He swallowed the bile in his throat as he walked towards Jay and Annie. Lumabas siya ng kusina nang hindi lumilingon kahit minsan. Binaluktot ni Cassie ang kanyang mga binti at ipinatong doon ang baba. Halos malamig ang tubig sa bathtub, pero ayaw pa niyang umalis doon. She just wanted to soak in the water while she threw herself a pity party. 10:00 na ng gabi at tahimik na ang lahat sa loob ng La Soledad. Kanina pa nakaalis sina Jess, Jay at Annie. Kanina pa rin niya napatulog ang mga bata. Muling lumitaw sa kanyang isip ang mukha ni na Raph at Annie. She wondered, nagkabati na kaya ang dalawang yon. Tingin niya ay oo. Wala nang rason para hindi. They have probably made up right now. Kanina pa nito hinatid si Rafi at hanggang ngayon ay hindi pa umuuwi ang lalaki. Mariin niyang kinagat ang labi habang inaalala ang mga nag-aalalang mukha ng binata habang nakatitig sa kababata nito. Humigpit ang yakap niya sa sarili. Kitang-kita niya ang pag-aalala at pagmamahal nito kay Annie. They really seemed like a perfect couple. Kung nobela ito, sigurado si Cassie na siya ang third party habang sina Raph at Annie ang mga bida. Ipinikit niya ang mga mata. Yap, sigurado siya. Kung kwento siya, ang pampagulo habang ang dalawa magkapareha. Raph and Annie were the classic couple. Magkababata, check. Parang pinagdaan ng masakit na magkasama, check. Maraming alaala na magkasama, check. Parehong matagumpay ng mga tao, check. Naghiwalay sa kung anong dahilan pero may romantic tension pa rin, check. Check at check. Si Raph ang classic na hero. Gwapo, mabait, matalino, maprinsipyo. Hindi niya mapigilan ang mapait na pagtawa. Heavens, he fitted the leading man to a. At syempre si Annie. Maganda, mabait, matalino, self-made, tipong hindi magpapatalo pero may mabuting puso. Modelo ang You Go Girl at Woman Power campaign. May nakakaiyak na karanasan pero nakapakatatag pa rin. Bidang-bida ang dating nito. Nanginginig siyang nagpakawala ng hininga. At syempre ay naroon siya. Ang pampagulong extra. Yung spoiled brat na ipinagkasundong ipakasal sa bidang lalaki. Yung mahinhin, mahina at mayaman senyorita na walang alam sa buhay, kundi mag-shopping at mag-alala kung anong kulay ng kotse ang gagamitin niya. Yung maarteng nang aakit sa bidang lalaki. Yung karakter na kailangang ilagay para lagyan ng problema ang mga bida. Yung gustong ingudngod sa sahig ng mga manonood sa mga telenovela. Yup. Sigurado siyang siya yun. Nararamdaman niyang muli ang pag-init ng mga mata. Kumpara sa dalawang iyon ay walang-wala siya. She always had it easy. She never had true pain in her life. She was too shallow, too uninteresting. She couldn't be the leading lady because she did not deserve to be one. Lalo niyang niyakap ang nanginginig na katawan. 20 na siya pero ano bang nagawa niya sa buhay niya? She didn't even insist to finish college because her parents said she didn't have to. They loved her so much and they were so afraid that she might tire herself needlessly. Umikot ang araw-araw niya sa napakaliit na espasyo ng buhay niya. Lalo niyang niyakap ang sarili habang padami ng padami ang mga rason na nakita niya kung bakit kahit kailan hindi siya maaaring maging bida at kapareha ni Raph kung gagawa nito ng istorya. Hindi alam ni Cassie kung kailan siya nakatulog sa bathtub. Ang alam lang niya ay nagising siya sa malakas na katok sa pinto. Napapitlag siya at napaupo ng maayos sa tub. Cassie, what are you doing? Open this door. Sunod-sunod ang dagundong ng boses ni Raph mula sa likod ng pinto. I'm going to break this door. Nanlaki ang mga mata niya at nagpanik siya. She was naked. I'm okay. Pero tila hindi na siya narinig ng binata sa lakas ng pagbangga nito sa pinto. Gusto niya itong tilian. He was going to wake everyone. Agad siyang napatayo para hagilapin ang tuwalya sa likod ng pinto. Muntik na siyang maabot ang tapis nang biglang bumukas ang pinto. Her eyes widened in horror as she crashed into him. He cursed out loud as his strong arms went around her. It was déjà vu. Ganito rin ang posisyon nila noong gabi. Sa shower stall sa hotel suite niya. She was pressed against him again, naked, wet and flushed. Ibinuka niya ang bibig para sigawan ito, pero nanuyo ang lalamunan niya na makita ang ekspresyon ng binata. She had seen it many times in his eyes before, and now she could recognize it. It was lust, pure, dizzying and burning lust. She suddenly felt weak. Her skin became hypertensive to the feel of the coarse material of his clothes against her flesh. Humigpit ang hawak niya sa harapan ng shirt nito. His arms went tighter around her then, crushing her soft flesh against his rock-hard frame. Her mouth parted, her skin tingled as an aching pulse throbbed between her legs, and she found herself pressing her body closer to him. She gripped his shirt, fighting desperately to hold on to her rapidly vanishing sense of control. Pero tuluyan na naglaho iyon nang marahas na lumapat ang mga labi ng binata sa kanya. She cried out in his mouth, blood rushing into her and making her dizzy. Naramdaman niya ang lalong paghigpit ng yakap nito, ang lalong pagdiin ng kanyang katawan sa katawan nito. ang pagrahas ng halik nito sa kanyang labi, ang pagbaon ng daliri nito sa kanyang buhok at likod. She revealed in his anger, her own arms wound around his neck, pulling him closer. She opened her lips wildly for him, allowing him to completely own her mouth and brand his taste to her. She could taste mint and wine in his tongue, and a part of her told her he was drunk, but he chose to ignore it. She was too far gone, her body too aroused, her desire too heightened to stop now. His hand found her breast and she moaned her back arc, her plump flesh pressing harder against his hand, wanting him to knead and mold them in his palm. And he did. His hand kneaded and squeezed her heavy breast, his callous palm pressing hard against its pebbled tip. Pagkatapos ay gumapang ang mga kamay nito sa kanyang bewang, sa kanyang balakang at papunta sa kanyang hita. Hinila nito iyon at ipinulupot sa bewang nito. Otomatikong humigpit ang yakap niya rito. His hand went to her ass to support her as he pushed her against the wall. Bumaon ang kanyang mga daliri sa buhok ng likod nito. Tinakawalan nito ang kanyang mga labi at gumapang ang halik nito sa kanyang panga, sa kanyang leeg pababa sa kanyang dibdib. She saw blinding colors as his hot, wet mouth closed over the tip. His tongue roughly played with the swollen peak on his and kneaded her outer breast. She cried out as he beat her, wet desire gushing out between her legs as he beat and sacked her. The world was spinning out of control and she was powerless to stop it. She cried out harder when his jean-clad arousal pressed tighter against her softness. The highly sensitive flesh between her legs throbbed with unbearable need, building a pressure so exquisite, she was left sobbing and grinding hard against him. Pinulupot niya ng mas mahigpit ang mga binte sa bewang nito at lalong idinikit ang katawan dito. Naging dahilan iyon upang marahas na umungol ang binata sa kanyang balat. Bumaon ng mga daliri nito sa kanyang balakang at umangat ang mukha upang muli siyang siilin ng halik sa labi. She accepted his hungry kiss without restraint. Then, he was gripping her ass and thrusting between her legs, the callous materials of his jeans grinding against his melted softness. The sensation turned her delirious. She was forced to tear her mouth from his lips as her head fell back, her mouth parting as she panted for air, pero ayaw pa kawalan ng binata ang kanyang mga labi. He captured her mouth again as his lips rolled harder and rougher between her legs, his arousal rubbing mercilessly against her swollen flesh. It was too much. Her legs tightened around his moving hips as her whole body shook. Mariing bumaon ang kanyang mga daliri sa balikat nito at nalunod ang kanyang sigaw sa mga bibig. She spiraled into waves of terrifying sensations. It flooded her veins, annihilating her thoughts, her reasons, her fears, and her demons. Umiiyak siya ng pakawalan ng binata ang kanyang mga labi. I'm sorry. Please don't cry. Mariin nitong inilibing ang mukha sa kanyang balikat. Humigpit ang yakap nito sa nanginginig niyang katawan. She sobbed harder and clung to him. Nang subukan nitong kumalas ay humigpit ang yakap niya rito. Cassie, pero muli ay hinila niya ito sa batok at siniil ng halik sa mga labi. He responded just as passionately. She threw everything to the wind and decided to have this one night with him. She pressed her palms against the hard muscles of his stomach and he groaned in her mouth. Hinila niya pataas ang damit pahubad dito. Sandali nitong hiniwalay ang bibig sa kanya para tuluyang mahubad ang pangitaas nito. Then they were hungrily kissing each other again. Hinayaan niyang kumalas ang kanyang mga binti sa pagkapulupot sa bewang nito upang ibaba ang mga paa. Then her hands were frantically fumbling at the bottom of his pants. Hindi niya alam kung saan niya nakuha ang lakas ng loob para gawin ang lahat ng iyon. Tila may sariling buhay ang kanyang mga kamay at kusang gumalaw ang mga iyon nang hindi niya namamalayan. His own hands ripped his fly open and roughly pulled his jeans down. Nanginginig siyang napahawak sa likod ng pinto habang tinatanggal ni Raph ang huling saplot nito. Then he was pressed against her again, his solid muscles crushing her soft body as his mouth molded against her own. Muli siya nitong inangat pasandal sa pinto at muli ring pinulupot ang kanyang mga binti sa bewang nito. It was as if he needed to feel her against him desperately. She moaned as his naked hardness rubbed against her swollen flesh. But she knew this was not enough. She wanted more. She needed more. Raph, Tila alam nito ang ibig niyang sabihin. Mahigpit ang yakap sa kanya. Hinila nito ang pinto pabukas. Then, they were kissing and stumbling toward the bed. Lumapat ang likod niya sa kutsyon habang patuloy ang mainit na halik ng binata. Then, she felt his fingers between her legs, gliding and coaxing her into another mind-blowing release. At tagumpay ito. She cried out, the terrifying waves of passion raising her consciousness once again. He softly kissed her lips, tenderly waiting for her to go down from her high. At nang bahagyang humupa, ang mga sensasyon ay pilit niyang iminulat ang mga mata para titigan ang binata. Mariin itong napapikit at nakadikit ang noo sa kanya. Tell me to stop, Cassie. Halos hindi nito mailabas ang mga salita. He looked pained, his jaw clenched tightly and his sensual mouth drawn into a grim line. Naramdaman niya ang pag-init ng mga mata. Perhaps she should tell him to stop. Marahil ay pipigilan sila niyon na makagawa ng malaking pagkakamali. Pero hindi niya magawa yon. She was just too selfish at that moment and wanted to have all him, even if it was just for one night. Iniangat niya ang mukha at idinampi ang labi sa labi ng binata. Don't stop, she whispered shakily against his lips. Cassie, muli siya nitong hinagkan. Napakarahan at napakasuyo na pakiramdam niya ay maaaring humawak sa kanyang puso. His taste flooded her senses, and she did not notice her tears rolling down her cheeks. Then, she felt him between her legs, the blunt tip of his hardness pushing inside her. She gasped. The burning pain nagged at her, but she ignored it. She lifted her lips, allowing him to slide deeper and easier. Pero mabilis itong huminto. Don't. Anito. Marahas ang pagdampi ng hininga nito sa kanyang mga labi. Ang mga daliri nito ay mariing bumaon sa kanyang balakang. Let me do this right. He kissed her until she forgot about the pain and her own name. Then, she felt his fingers between her legs. A jolting pleasure shot throughout her, and she gasped into his mouth. Her snug walls quivered around him, and she felt the burning pleasure throbbing deep inside her again. She suddenly wanted all of him inside her now. As she touched her, she couldn't help but moan. She lifted her hips desperately to take him inside her completely. Doon lamang nito tuluyang gumalaw. He kissed her harder and buried himself into the hilt inside her. Her nails dug into his shoulders as she plunged deeper, making her moan into pleasure pain. Her back arched and her hips thrust forward as he moved in and out of her. Everything was his from all she could remember was his mouth against hers, her body rocking in a primal rhythm as the dizzying pleasure flooded her inner bloodstream. And then, she was floating, soaring and diving into an endless chums of blending colors and lights. Ayaw imulat ni Cassie ang mga mata. Mahigit 5 minuto na siyang gising, pero mariin pa rin siyang nakapikit at hindi gumagalaw. Kahit nakapikit, ramdam niya ang titig ng binata sa kanya. She could feel his stiff, warm body beside her. Gaano katagal mo balak magkunwaring natutulog? Nanigas ang kanyang balikat at bumara ang hangin sa kanyang lalamunan. Narinig niya ang marahas na paghugot ng hangin ni Raph. You can't pretend it didn't happen and you can't avoid talking me forever. Tama. Tama ito at pareho nilang alam yon. Kahit ayaw niya, pilit siyang nagmulat. Ginagap niya ang kumot at pinilit ang sariling umupo at harapin ang binata. She was sore all over and there was a slight pain between her legs. Are you alright? Maagap niya itong hinawakan sa braso. Does it hurt? Do you want? I'm okay. Tinulak niya ito at pilit niyang nilagyan ng espasyo ang pagitan nila. Being too close to him was never really good for her. Inilibot niya ang tingin sa silid. Nakakakaba ang mga kortina, kaya hindi niya alam ang maliwanag na sa labas. She hoped it was still early. She hoped Raph could sneak out of her room without anyone seeing. Mas gusto niyang walang makakaalam na nangyari kagabi. What time is it? Tanong niya. 4 a.m. Matigas ang boses nito. Ang pag-aalalang nasa tinig kanina ay naglaho ng tuluyan. She nodded numbly and forced herself to look at him. The expression on his face matched his voice. His strong jaw was set tightly and his eyes were hooded with controlled emotions. Nang tumitig ito sa kanya, ay tila may yelong dumulas sa likuran niya.